1. The day Zhang Yu transferred schools was one of endless drizzle. The classroom was buzzing with chatter. But the moment Zhang Yu walked in, everything fell silent. I'm Zhang Yu, the new transfer student. I'm also the twin sister of your classmate Zhang Huang. She smiled as she finished, waiting patiently for the usual questions she'd heard countless times. But you two don't look alike at all? Yeah, Zhang Huang looks so average. You're way prettier than her. Seriously, how can twins look that different? The class monitor clapped his hands as if suddenly recalling something. Wait, Zhang Yu, are you the author of Years Gone By? The book that won the gold medal in last year's literary awards? Zhang Yu nodded gracefully. Yes, I wrote that book when I was 13. Whoa, that's amazing. The class monitor couldn't stop praising her, then turned and glanced at me. No wonder Zhang Huang writes so well. She must have learned from you, right? I pinched my palm and said nothing. That familiar, helpless feeling crept in again, like it was trying to swallow me whole. I'd lost count of how many times this had happened. Whenever Zhang Yu appeared, whenever she showed off her so-called talent, everything I had worked so hard for was instantly overlooked. Dismissed without a second thought. It had always been like this. Ever since we were kids. 2. Though we're twins, Zhang Yu and I have looked completely different since childhood. She's soft and fair-skinned. I was scrawny and dark. While I was still tumbling around in baby clothes at age 3 or 4. She was already learning how to dress up and pose. Zhang Yu took meticulous care of her hair and once told me, if you don't start taking care of it now, you'll be bald by the time you're older. She was like the heroine of a novel. Whatever she wanted, she got. As for me, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't even catch up to the hem of her dress. One night, I went to the kitchen for a drink and overheard our parents whispering. They're both our daughters. Why are they so different? Did we bring home the wrong child? I froze at the doorway, a flood of pain and confusion washing over me. Back in middle school, I once entered a writing competition and won second place. Our parents, for once, praised me, barely acknowledging Zhang Yu. She stood silently to the side, wearing a scornful smile. 2 months later, she published Years Gone By and won a prestigious award. A reporter came to our home to interview her. Zhang Yu smiled perfectly throughout. After they left, she finally looked up and said coldly to me, no amount of effort can outshine natural talent. Zhang Yu never let me surpass her in anything. Once I understood that, I worked hard to convince our parents to let us attend different high schools. But a year later, she showed up again. 3. In the second week after Zhang Yu transferred, we had a major exam. The first place I had burned midnight oil to earn, was effortlessly taken by her. When the results came out, students swarmed around the leaderboard, buzzing with gossip. First place, Zhang Yu? Who is she? She's even better than Zhang Huang. Please. There's no comparing Zhang Huang to Zhang Yu. Another student who clearly knew the story chimed in. Talent and personality. Zhang Huang's always lagged behind her sister in every way. Since they were little, I stood outside the crowd, listening quietly. As I turned away, I bumped into Zhou Y. He chuckled softly and looked at me. Where are you going? Back to class. I have homework. He glanced past me, realization dawning. She stole your top spot. Huh? That annoying older sister of yours? He narrowed his eyes and gently pulled up the corners of my mouth. Don't look so down. Smile for me. I'll take care of her for you. Zhou Y was my boyfriend. We were the same age. But he was in a higher grade since he skipped a year. At first, I didn't agree to his confession, worried that dating might hurt my studies. But then one day, he casually solved a math problem I'd struggled with for an entire class. He smiled, hiding behind a book. So, date me, and I'll be your personal tutor. 24/7. 24/7? Yup. He nodded calmly. Even if it's midnight and I'm asleep, if you have a question, I'll get up and help. Honestly, Zhou Y and Zhang Yu were the same kind of person. Naturally gifted. They didn't need to try hard to achieve things that seemed impossible for the rest of us. Once, I asked him why he liked me. I'm just so ordinary. He rested his chin on his hand, thought for a moment, and said, "But I don't think you're ordinary at all. The way you keep pushing yourself, that glow is unforgettable." In 11th grade, I was always the last to leave after evening self-study. Joe Y said he'd noticed me long before. Looking back, it felt like, whether it was my parents or extended family, everyone only ever had eyes for Jong Yu. Under the shadow of her genius, no matter how much I tried, I could never get any real recognition. Joe Y was the only one who truly saw my efforts. 4. I didn't lose to her because of luck. It's because my skills weren't good enough. "Don't get involved. I can handle this." I could tell my words made Joe Y unhappy. But deep down, I didn't want him near Jong Yu. She had this mysterious kind of power. Like the radiant glow of a protagonist in a fantasy novel. Everyone who met her came away impressed. Every goal she set, no matter how hard, she would always achieve. Looking back now, I even wonder, when we were little, was she ever really a child? Her behavior never seemed age-appropriate. By the second month of her transfer, my closest friend had already taken her side. She frowned and scolded me. "I think you're too jealous of your sister. She's so talented and kind." Whenever there was an event, the entire class would naturally gravitate toward her, and isolate me. That afternoon, the literature teacher suddenly called me to the office. Her face serious. "Zhang Huang, do you and your sister have any issues?" "No, ma'am." "Then why did you plagiarize her essay?" The lights overhead seemed to flicker off. My ears buzzed. It took a long time before I could even speak. "What did you say?" She pulled out 2 pages and laid them on the desk. One was mine, the other, in Zhang Yu's handwriting. The contents were nearly identical. It was the piece I had submitted for a nationwide writing competition. A very important one. Winning gold would mean an extra 30 points added to my college entrance exam. I had agonized over every sentence. Poured my soul into it. How could I have copied her? My lips trembled. Why couldn't it be that she copied me? "Zhang Huang," the teacher barked. "I thought you were a good student. Since when did you become a liar? Your sister started writing when she was 13. She submitted her work days before you did. And this essay, its vivid imagery, its mature tone, it's clearly the work of someone with real talent. Do you honestly think you could have written this?" I stared into the teacher's disappointed eyes. Just a month ago, she was encouraging me. Hard work can make up for lack of talent. Talent matters, of course. But for a student, perseverance is what truly counts. Now it all felt like a sick joke. She made her final verdict. "I'm keeping this essay. Go write another one, or drop out of the competition entirely." 5. I clutched the essay and walked out of the office. The sun was blazing, blindingly bright. Zhang Yu stood waiting at the end of the hallway. She wore that same gentle smile as always. "Xiao Wen," she said sweetly. "What did the teacher want to talk to you about?" I ignored her and walked past. Spine straight. As I passed, she lowered her voice. "Give up. This competition is a key plot point. I have to win first place." I stopped and looked back at her ever calm, ever confident face. "I'm going to write something better. I'll get those 30 bonus points." She laughed, her voice dripping with disdain. "You won't get the chance. Xiao Wen. The world will always side with me. Just watch." I couldn't focus in class. Everything the teacher said went in one ear and out the other. During the literature period, the teacher dramatically praised Zhang Yu's essay, calling it exceptionally well written, and then threw a veiled criticism at the rest of us. I hope certain students can keep a proper mindset. Don't let jealousy ruin your future. She didn't name names, but the whole class turned to look at me. Swallowing the rising discomfort, I kept my back straight and faced forward. Someone in front muttered under their breath. "Thick-skinned much." It's true I was never the friendly, cheerful type, but I wasn't hated either. I got along fine with my classmates. Yet somehow, in just over a month, Zhang Yu had effortlessly taken everything from me. All at once, I missed Joe Y. That was when I realized, he might be the only one I had left. Usually, if we didn't see each other for a class or two, he would text me non-stop. But since this morning, He hadn't said a word. Thanks for listening. If you're enjoying the story, don't forget to follow. It really gives me the motivation to keep creating more episodes regularly. Drop a comment to let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you think. See you in the next part.